Yo, what's going on everybody? Alex Pandrea here, back with another video. Super excited for today's video. Why? Because I'm going to teach you guys something that I consider one of the greatest prediction effects of all time. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice that I have posted to follow the new Instagram to predict the 2018 World Cup. So if you go to Predict 2018 World Cup on Instagram, you'll know that now I have predicted correctly the World Cup final, the exact score with the teams. Now, how did I do that? Well, I told you if I got it right, I will show you guys exactly how I did it so you can do it yourselves. Now notice I posted on July 9th, this was about 6 days ago, when it was the semifinals of the World Cup, and I made my prediction of the two teams and the exact score, and I posted them all in a big poster in a grid type form. And you can see if you go to Predict 2018 World Cup on Instagram that the prediction was correct. Now, how do we do it? Let's get into that right now. So before we get into the explanation, I want to take you back a few weeks ago to where I visited Shin Lim's meetup at Phantasma Magic. Went there, had a great time, hung out with Shin and everybody there, so thank you all for coming out to that. Now we'll show you that performance and then we're going to teach you everything that you need to know. I've been having a lot of weird dreams about you lately. Alright. Do you have Instagram, by the way?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, we're gonna need it.
I can set up my account right now.
Just make a new one.
Well, I made an account, it's called Pandrea Predictions, with all my predictions of everything that I had a dream about. And you ever get a dream and you wake up in the morning and then it happens to you, right? It's a weird feeling. So open up and search Pandrea Predictions. Click it open. Now you can see, and everybody could see this, like I place it right here so everyone sees, right? These are all my dreams, and I just only recently started doing this. I actually did it last year, but recently I got back into it once I started having Shin Lim dreams. But what interests me the most is this one over here. So you can see this is a deck of cards, right? And it's spread out like this, and it's like one of these slidey images, right? Shin, I have a deck of cards here. I'm going to ask you to take them, spread them out.
Okay, this way?
Yeah. And take your time with this, but I want you to think about one card, and with your finger, you're gonna pull it out halfway, just like that. 10 of clubs?
Yep.
You sure? 100%?
Yep.
Do you want to change your mind?
No, I'm good.
Are you happy with that card? Okay, 10 of clubs. All right, and I'll do this so I could sort of mimic. Here's the picture. Right, so good. So how many followers here do I have?
4.
4. I've only do this to 4 people because I only do the special occasions, and I'm glad to see you. So I wanted to show you this. Open the photo.
Okay.
Tell everybody when it was posted, first and foremost.
September 15th, 2017.
2017.
Last
Yep.
year, yeah.
So you can see the spread, which is this, and you can see it keeps going. But at this point where you took out the 10 of clubs,
oh my God,
only one card is face up. One card only.
Nah, that didn't fool me.
Yeah,
that
that's
didn't fool me. that was great, dude.
that is crazy.
Pandrea, would you like a selection?
Alright guys, so there you have it. That was the card effect version of this effect for Shin Lim. And now let's get into the 2018 World Cup predictions. So, how do we do it? The method is very, very simple, and it's something that I came up with many, many years ago, and with the help of a friend of mine who's right over here, I'll introduce you in just a second, we put together a whole array of different effects and routines that you can do with this exact method. Now, I do want to note that my good friend Brian Brushwood did post a similar video with a type of routine that uses this method. Now, of course, these were all independent creations. We came up with ours many years ago, and we have a lot of things built into it. We took a lot of time to creating different routines, to creating different posts, and to creating different stories around things that you can do with this method. So here's a video from Brian explaining that.
Hey guys, it's Brian Brushwood, and do you ever notice that occasionally when an idea is just right,
multiple independent geniuses come up with the same idea at the same time in different versions, but all of a sudden it's like the universe wanted this to happen. My buddy Joe Diamond reached out to me with this amazing mentalism trick based around Instagram, and we did a very simple version of it on Scam School. Guys, I kid you not, this is a really great time for this effect, and it was a genuine fooler. And the work that Alex and Bo have done is next level and astonishing, absolutely worth your time, attention, and your money. I don't even know if they're charging for it, but you should give them money. In fact, give them money without them asking you. But what I don't want to hear is anybody talking about anybody ripping anybody off. These are all viceroys in the kingdom of awesome, and this trick is legend. You guys are gonna love it. Bye.
All right, without further ado, let's get into the method and introduce you to my buddy. Here we go. Get in there. Get in there. Hey, this is Bo Creamer, but I like to call him Bell Creamer.
Don't ever call me that. Ever.
Can we see you good?
Live the charts.
So this is Bo. He's from Australia. He's awesome. If you don't know who he is, go check out his Instagram below. He has really, if you look at his videos, creative genius when it comes to methods and everything, things that you would not even go through your head. Let's talk about the method for this. So the original effect that I performed when this feature on Instagram just came out, that we'll get to in a second, I took a deck of 5 knocks, all 5 different colors, and I placed them on a bookshelf. And I said, okay, you're going to think of one and grab one, change your mind as many times as you want, but bring it back. And then when she decided on a color, I would say, look, on my Instagram a few days ago, I posted a picture of only one deck of cards, and it was the red one or whatever. So it was very simple. It was basically a 5-way out using the archive method. Now, if you have seen Brian Brushwood's video, you'll notice that this is the method, but I think we took it a little bit further than that. In the last few years, we created many routines that go along with it. So let's go over the 2018 World Cup, how we did it, and the method behind that. So, as you know already, the method is to archive photos on your Instagram. If you did not know this already, there is a feature that when you post something on Instagram, you can go top right corner, click it, and then archive that image. Basically, that stores that in your archive of the photos. And we realized that you can do this not just with a few photos, but with many different
We got
things.
crazy with it. We got carried away, to be honest.
2018 World Cup. Do you want to explain what we did?
What we did was I created a large image that went over, we counted out how many grids we wanted to go over. I think it was 9 down, and obviously the 3 across, 4 across.
I think it was 7 down.
7 down. Anyway, we created a massive image, and then
So basically we created the whole poster and then split it up into all the different images.
smaller images, and then we went through and archived. You've archived the first image last that you want up in the top left-hand corner, so you work your way from the bottom right all the way up. And we archived all those images, archived all the teams, all the possible scores, penalty goals, everything that you could possibly think of, and worked our way up to the top corner.
So we could have done this from the beginning of the World Cup, but potentially we could have. That would have been a lot of pictures. Now we had we started posting on the Predict 2018 World Cup when there was 4 teams left.
Yeah.
Well, we could have done it at 8 teams, 16 teams, whatever it was. But the process of it was just have all the options, right, of the 4 teams. So we had the 4 teams, and then we had pictures of the scores, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did we go up to 7?
We went to 6.
To 6. Okay, so we took a chance that no more than 6 goals would be scored. Just as a note, you're watching this right now on a Sunday after the World Cup. We're filming this on a Friday morning. So we don't know if
We were right.
well, we know that we were right because we have the options there, but we don't know the exact score. So in the beginning of the video when I said I predicted it, I was lying. Okay, just as a note. Once we get the results, we are going to archive the flags.
Yep.
Right?
We're going to go through and
this will be seen on the thing. So we'll go ahead.
We'll go through, archive the flags of the teams that didn't win, and unarchive the flags that did.
Yep, so now they're in place.
Yep, and then we'll do the scores.
The scores, so the first number we'll archive.
Yep.
Whatever the number we have there.
Yep.
So that disappears. Now we'll unarchive and show on profile the number that is there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll do the same thing for the second team.
The second team, and if there's penalties, if it goes to a penalty shootout. If not, we already have it. Thanks for playing caption at the bottom. and that's where the game ends. But if there is penalties, we'll add it all in.
That's great. So how do you perform this effect if you want to do this for other sporting events or anything like that? Because I know this is a popular thing. I'm going to predict the sporting events. People go on TV with envelopes. We're not going to open this until the end, and then they have to do a switch of some sort. So this is great because you can tell them, look, I set up this Instagram for predict Olympics or whatever, NBA finals or
NFL finals, whatever.
yeah. So and then you put it on private. So then when they follow, you accept them after. It's almost like opening up the envelope after the prediction.
Yeah, exactly. We could have, I just want to say, we could have done every single team. We could have done it back at the World Cup. But for 4 teams only, we had 73 different images that we had to go through to archive, which is a lot of bloody images. So we could have done that. If we had done it on all the teams, I reckon we could have been well into hundreds and hundreds of images. So no.
But yes,
if
if it's a big thing and a big event and you do it right, yes, you can put hundreds of images. It just takes a while, and then unarchive and archive the necessary ones. So that's basically it. That is the method for the 2018 World Cup prediction.
Yep.
So as you saw, I performed the version for Shin Lim that had a deck of cards spread out, and you swipe to get to the result. Now, I like this, and a lot of the things we did come up with had this method of swiping till you get to the result. This way, you can have the same image there on your Instagram, or in this case, I created my own Instagram called Pandrea Predictions, where the first image in the slidey, multiple images, is always there, and that doesn't change, and then only the prediction happens when you slide, and then the reveal happens. So with that, we created a whole bunch of different effects. Just to go through the card effect, this is what it is. You have the image and you scroll, and then it's there. So what we did is we created an index for it.
Yep.
We created the archive. I think it's pretty genius the way we did it, and all you have to do is unarchive and archive the correct one for the slidey images. And what's great is that you can show the first 2, begin to show the 3rd one, and then come back and do it. And all you have to do is unarchive and archive it. Now, the way that you do it, if you are doing it in performance, like we did for Shin Lim, I had an accomplice. So he was my secret assistant. That was on my phone on the Instagram, because again, you're using their phone. You go to Pandrea Predictions, you click on the image, and you swipe, and you say, look, this is what's interesting for me. And I don't show them the last image. Then I go back to the profile. At this point, when they select the card, any card, name it, change their mind as many times as you want, he goes in and he archives that one, unarchives the other one, and now all you have to do is refresh the page. And I do that as I twist the phone around. So I refresh the page, twist the phone around to them. Okay, maybe it's something about, look how many followers I have, so you have to go up to the top, refresh the page, turn it around, it's all done. They can open it up, they can swipe, it's on their phone. Very, very cool. Yeah. All right, you're wondering, how can I do this myself? Well, I have to create the images and everything. Don't worry, we got you. So we spent the last few years creating different effects, different routines for this. So here are a few of them that we came up with, and if you want to do these exact routines, we have them available on thebluecrown.com as packs. Yep. Different packs, refill packs, if you will, of these effects. Now, we've already created the images, and here are the routines. The first one is the card routine that we did for Shin Lim. We've created the deck of cards with every single card out-jogged from it, and it looks like this. So you can see that it's a spread, and then you swipe to get to the reveal. And we have the index already ready for you, and we'll show you in the video of the refill pack how to set that up on your Instagram. So if you don't want to do the spread one with the deck, we also created one with a box, right? So it looks like this. You have a card box, and one card is sticking out of the card box, out from it, and it is the selected card, the one that they just thought of. So they could think of any of the 52 cards. The routine for that would be something like you have the deck inside and you have them go in and take out a random one and place it just like this. And the idea is that what happens in real life, the box and then the card is here, turn over the card, and then that's the exact picture that matches that. All right, the star sign one I think is very interesting because this only needs 12 images. Yep. And it's one of those star sign astrology little pamphlets that you open up and you read your horoscope for that day, and then on the right side, the last image is the star sign of the person. So you sit them down, you don't know what their star sign is, you tell them whatever, a little bit of cold reading, and then you ask them what their star sign is. Then you do the method of archiving and unarchiving that particular star sign. And then when they open it up, they swipe, they read the horoscope. It makes sense because all horoscopes make sense. And then they go ahead and they say that, hey, it's for Libra. And
Oh, you got me. Actually, no, mine is star sign.
unbelievable. So color match is very cool. So for color match, what's the routine?
So color match, you can there's a Lego man, or Lego woman, depends what you want to say. So there's the Lego piece, and you get the spectator. They can think of coloring in the cap, the face and the hands, or the skin, the t-shirt and the pants. They can choose any colors they want. So in the images, you can see that we have 4 different colors, and they can choose any colors they want. And again, you scroll through the images, and there's a whole bunch of uncolored Lego men. And then as you get to the last one, that exact one matches their exact colors.
So this is a mentalism routine, and you know, it's like,
yeah, I used to work on a completely different method where
a very expensive method.
a very expensive method, and you weren't as free as you possibly could be with this. This way you can be completely free. They choose the object and
Yeah,
choose
you say
the
you have a
color.
Lego man, you're gonna color in the hat with whatever color you want.
Yep.
Then go ahead, color in the body. What color? Say green, alien Lego person.
Yep.
Color in the shirt, red. Color in the pants, and then that's the exact prediction on it.
The original method is with 5 colors, but that's 120 images. Just to try and keep it down for you guys, we did it to 4, so it's only 24 images.
Yeah.
So again, you know the method. You can use these photos and create it for 5 if you want, and then you can have 120 images.
So that's a fun one. The last one is my favorite. So this routine mimics a confabulation routine where at the end the prediction is you're holding up a big piece of paper like this, as you would at the end of a mentalism show, and you scroll through and each 3 prediction matches. So we have a card, we have a life number as we call it in the routine, and we have a city of where they want to travel. So the routine would be something like this. Bo, I want you to think, have you been on vacation recently?
Not recently, no.
No, but do you want to go somewhere?
Yeah, I do.
Where do you want to go?
Paris.
Paris, okay, and that's obviously a common thing, but they could choose from a list. I think we have over 100 choices of where they could choose from, and I'll explain in the video that you're gonna get with it.
Mykonos, if you want.
Yeah,
Greece.
yeah, you can nail it, hit it 100% of the time. You'll do it, and then we have the life number that we're gonna say in the routine. This is how I present it. Say, look, you're gonna cut the deck to wherever card you want. They cut the deck and they place a card to the side. And then I can say, do you know how to make your life number? I'm going to show you. So there's a formula to calculate your life number. And if your life number is over 1,000, right, at this point you don't know what the life number is. If the life number is over 1,000, you're going to end up going to the place that you want to go to, which is, you said Paris.
Yep.
What's your life number, by the way? And they say 1089. I go, well, that's great, because that means that whatever you wished a second before is going to come true before calculating your life equation. So the prediction would look like this. You've chosen the card, the life number, and they've said any city that they want to go to. You open up the prediction in your Instagram, and you have the first slide says today. You can see it on the screen. Second slide, I predict that. Third slide, you will choose the 7 of hearts. They turn over the card, it's the 7 of hearts. You will and have a life number of 1089 as they swipe. And then the last image is, and you will visit whatever
Paris.
the city is.
Yeah.
So this is really cool because it's an actual full routine. Instead of just doing 1 card out of 52, which you could do with a whole bunch of different ways, this is nice because it's like the end of a mentalism routine. Open up that piece of paper and you have all the predictions match.
Yep.
So a few little tips. If you do want to make up your own ones and start doing this, what do they have to know?
When you post the image, so you're going to post it the way you normally post the image to Instagram. So you're going to click your image, or your little group carousel images. Once you finish doing that, you're going to hit post. As soon as it posts onto your timeline, you're going to go up to the top right hand corner where it has those 3 dots, click that and hit archive. So that's going to immediately take it from your timeline, from your profile, and put it in your archive. And you're going to go through and do that. Obviously on the ones that you want all from the same day, it's going to be sitting down for like an hour or 2 and just posting all those photos and archiving them in the sequence of the order.
And you could break it up like here, or do it in the middle of the night when nobody's looking. So my whole thing with that is because I have a few amount of followers, potentially they will see it. So what I did, and it's something I would recommend for all of you, is if you don't want to do it on your own Instagram, create a different Instagram. So I have Pandrea Predictions, and that's where I have all of these already in the archive, so I could do any routine necessary. And if you check out the grid on it, there's a whole bunch of random images, and I say that, you know, I have these weird dreams, and I post images of my dreams, and then the ones that I posted, they become reality. I wake up and what I had dreamt becomes reality. So that's sort of my presentation for it, and that's what I perform for people. I go, and this way I could keep it on private and just accept the people that I want on it, so that it just doesn't create a whole bunch of mess with a whole bunch of followers and doing that. And if you want to post photos of you on your own Instagram, it's gonna be really down the line.
Yeah.
So that's up to you. You could do it on your own Instagram, or you could create your own Instagram for it. That's up to you. The last little touch is doing it yourself. So if you do not have an accomplice, how do you do it? Well, it's just about the routines and the storytelling. All these routines are meant to be sat down, tell a story for it, explain the routine out, and you have time to take your phone and unarchive it under the table as you're talking to them. You know, if it's the star sign one, or if it's the one with the card, you have them spread the deck, take out a card, and now you have the phone sitting right here next to you on your seat. You just click, and it's one click at a time. You click archive, boom, take it out. Okay, spread the deck face down and put the card anywhere you want. And at this time, you've just come here and show on profile, and you're done.
Yep.
It's pretty easy. I do it most of the time myself because I don't have him around to do it. But that's just a nice little tip. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is the video of everything. I hope you have everything you need to know to go start performing this. Create your own images. If you do want the images and the routines and everything that we've created over the last few years, link is down below. Thank you, Bo, for everything and creating this together with me. And we have a lot more things coming with it. We have a lot more ideas. So we're going to continuously update these packs.
Yep.
So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell because you want to be notified this summer for all the deals and things we're having on the Blue Crown and House of Playing Cards. And until next time, any last words?
No.
We'll see you next time.
I ain't a man that you